this is my unpopular opinion of the Barbie movie. I actually did enjoy the film. I enjoyed the satire, the humor, the acting was really, really good. I definitely do think it was a bit overhyped. In my opinion, the film became way too focused on sending a very specific message over trying to create like a really interesting, unexpected story. It was an unexpected story, but I definitely think it could have been told a lot better. So a really good example of a great live action movie is the Scooby-Doo film. A YouTube channel called Quality Culture do a really good job explaining why Scooby-Doo is a great example of how to do a live action movie well. It's not the same recycled story that you expected, and Barbie did do a good job at not giving you a story that you expected. However, with Scooby-Doo, they were also aiming for an older crowd to also equally enjoy.
Yo, the Biatch was like, what? And I was like, later on. Hey, I can look at myself naked.
Oh, brother.
So with that, I mean the fallout with the gang is at the very beginning of the movie, which already makes it different to a typical kids movie. Most movies, even like light movies like rom-coms, the breakup or the fallout is usually in the middle of the film, and then you get to the resolution at the end. But obviously this time the fallout was at the beginning, so we already have no idea how the film is going to unpan. I think the Barbie movie did a decent job, especially at the beginning, of giving a sense of mystery and not really sure about where the movie is going to go next.
Where are we going? Barbie Land. What? Mom, are you really gonna let Barbie take you and your tween daughter to an imaginary land? Yes, and you wanna know why? Because I never get to do anything.
However, I do think the characters and it being set in Barbie Land makes the political message too simple to tell such a strong political message. And I get that it's a blockbuster and that it's not supposed to be, you know, a super artistic film. However, in Scooby-Doo, all of the different character archetypes all go through their growth and journey in a much more believable way through like exploring genuine, real experiences that most people go through, which makes it relatable.
Fred! Like, hurry it up! I was gonna solve a mystery all by myself for the first time ever.
How are you gonna save yourself when you get caught?
I'm a black belt now. I've transformed my body into a dangerous weapon. It's true. Now who's the damsel in distress? I quit.
What are you doing, man? Step off, Scoob!
Reggie! We're all ripped!
I'm whipped? Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you say that to my face, man?
Well, right now! Right macro!
No, Scooby-Doo, your mom eats cat poop!
Whereas obviously the Barbies, they are dolls, they're, you know, quite dumb, well at least at the start anyway. And in terms of growth, it doesn't, especially the Kens, they don't grow up that much. And I don't think that's a fair way to try and explore the issues of the patriarchy. It's just a bit too black and white. I feel like, as well, the fact that they go back to Barbie Land to explore the issues of the patriarchy doesn't make it believable. Whereas if it was set more in the real world and they actually had to explore actual genuine obstacles that would have stopped, or that would have at least been a believable way as to why challenging the patriarchy is actually very difficult. Whereas in Barbie Land, it was told in such a simple way how to solve the issues of the patriarchy. I also think it did lack that sense of adventure. So in Scooby-Doo, there's a lot of role reversals. So again, you never quite know how the next part of the story is going to unfold. There's always just another twist within the Scooby-Doo film.
Hey, I'm me again. Yippee for you.
Man, like, why am I wearing a dress?
Everyone remain calm.
Whereas I feel like in the Barbie movie, as soon as it was established what the issue was and how to solve the issue, it just made it, again, very, very simple, very obvious, instead of chucking in the odd challenge and the odd obstacle to just keep moving, keep the journey being believable. And last but not least, it's actually not as proactive as everyone makes it out to be. It's lacking a lot of intersectionality. The patriarchy affects all people differently. And yes, the film was diverse. Yes, it had a lot of actors with different backgrounds. At the end of the day, they were still supporting actors. They were still side characters. And the focus was on Barbie's journey and Ken's journey. Had there been more of a focus on the themes of friendships and relationships, and they actually went on some kind of adventure, and each of them could explore how they could be affected differently by the patriarchy, this again would have made the film less dense and less simple. So yeah, in my opinion, I just think the film was way too simple. It wasn't deep enough. And there just weren't enough challenges thrown in the storyline, not challenges at the character archetypes, and not challenging the patriarchy to the, you know, real true extent of how challenging it can actually be in real life. Obviously it was a first attempt, so it still did a pretty decent job.